everybody, how's it going? Things are sketchy in Terra Invicta after last time. So I've been worried about kicking off this playthrough this week since last week because I'm scared we're not going to be able to come back, but hopefully we are. I've done some things offline just to kind of get us ready. I've got some building going on for converting of research campuses into universities. I have built some, well, not built, I have laid down the foundations of some new battleships and some new destroyers. The Neil and the Night Sky Mark IIIs are underway. They're coming soon, but they're not here yet. And currently we are in a pretty shaky situation. We're going to lose the expedition support fleet. We have a lot of enemy ships inbound at the moment. A lot of them are going to hit in the new year. So we've got a couple of months of quiet before, unless they do something in the meantime, to give us a chance to come back into it. Our biggest job in that time is to get our volatiles production up. At the moment, it is tanking. We currently have two big things to deal with. One, Crayon Cavalry, our marine, one single marine ship, is currently in orbit around Mars. Now, where's the rest of the Crayon Cavalry? Because there should have been 3 ships in this fleet from what I remember. Unless that was in the fleet that I took apart. This fleet here doesn't have any of them in it. No. No. I'm just making sure. No. No. They're not here. No, okay. So we just have the one ship with Marines in it right now. Also, hey T-Ram, hey Neil, how's it going? Welcome back to Terra Invicta. So, one of the things we're going to have to do is we're going to have to use these Marines as best as we can to capture any volatile sites on Mars that we don't already own. Hey Dan Underblunder, how you doing? Now, unfortunately, if you go through the list, which I have done offline, we kind of already own all of the good sites on Mars for volatiles. We made sure we got those as soon as the game started. Now, we may look at the possibility of upgrading Olympus Mons, because I haven't actually upgraded any of my... It's got stuff unpowered on it. That's disappointing. I haven't actually looked at upgrading any of my... Oh, it's been damaged, that's why. We've got a destroyed... What's this? Yeah, there's a fusion reactor right here that's been destroyed. No idea when that happened. That happened a long time ago, I think. We could upgrade this into a level 3. And that's probably our best volatiles income on Mars. Let me just check that again. I don't think I can sort. No, I can't sort by this. But yeah, 97.5. That we could get a level 3 production center here, which might be a good idea. It might be worth doing. You'll notice our volatiles just tanked, and that's because of the production that I've got. The game's just caught up with it. In terms of asteroids, we definitely have asteroids that we could go to. Asteroids we could upgrade. But my concern at the moment is the fact that the aliens are starting to really tamp down on us. One thing I've discovered pre-stream that I didn't even realize had happened. I don't know if I can find it in this view. There it is. There is an alien fleet just chilling in orbit of Ceres. Now, our facilities on Ceres are still here. They haven't been destroyed. The aliens haven't done anything about them. I think the layer defense arrays are keeping them at bay. None of them are damaged. But the concern that I have is the aliens are getting ready to start pushing us off these facilities. And I'm not certain if it's the right idea to actually go and upgrade. It probably is. I mean, if we go through this, we've got, let's have a look. So 90 was the best one I saw before. 126 on Ceres. Yeah, we haven't already gotten... We could try that. The problem with that is obviously that's an investment that's going to take time to pay off. A lot of the asteroids I've been looking at, we're looking at like a year to get them online. 147 here in the space here. This one's also out of power. It's got a fission pile. Where's my fusion reactor array to replace that? It's annoying. So it's just working out the right places to upgrade. In terms of asteroids, we haven't gotten those loads. I was looking at this as well. Further out, there's tons, but it's just going to take so long to get there. So if we go into prospecting and we sort by this, of ones that have been inspected, we've got Belial's Pit, which we were looking at last time. I remember looking at this one. Oops. But I think the transfer window on this was massive. I might just get something to send and go into it anyway. There's Belial's Pit, 65.1. If I was to send a settlement there, It cost me 18 boost. If I was going to send a colony, it would take 147 boost, which honestly isn't that much. Well, okay, so you've gone on to my next point, Neil. The issue with using colony ships at the moment is they need escorts. Because the second I launched, I literally went to do this last stream. Expedition support here. This fleet is currently en route to 128 Nemesis with the plan of setting up a colony using they've got I think one of these ships has a outpost. There's a fishing outpost module. So that was the whole point, right? The second I launched that fleet, the aliens launched an interception fleet for it. There they are. That's the fleet there. This fleet here is going to intercept them before they make it to their target. So if I want to do that, I'm going to need escorts. And if I need to get escorts, I need to build ships. To build ships, I need volatiles. So I think we need to start looking at getting some bigger mines up. And TRM, you bring up a really good point. Mission control is an issue. And we'll start by upgrading Mars. And I think Ceres, I want to do Ceres because it's our best source. But the aliens are in orbit of it. But I think we can just go ahead and get an upgrade going on Olympus Mons. I think that's a no-brainer. So I'm just going to order that now. We're going to go colony core upgrade. It's going to take 60 days. That's fine. And then we'll get the mining complex upgrading as well. And we'll go from there. Yes, T-Ram, the intercept is going to arrive afterwards. You're right. Morning, Gurgly. How's it going? Yeah, it has been a while since I've seen you on a stream. They will have a chance to get that down, but they're still going to get intercepted. Now, the other thing that's happened, before we continue, is there's actually an alien fleet in orbit of Mars right now that we missed arriving last stream, probably because I was so stressed out. Yeah, I don't want to really upgrade any of these, Neil. But I think I need to upgrade at least one. So we need to do something about the fleet that's in Mars. Now this is it's a destroyer. Sorry, their fleet is a single destroyer. But the only fleets I have in orbit of Mars to defend it at the moment are Trojan Horse, which is a battleship and a destroyer, and the Task Group Mars Red Guard, which is 2 destroyers. That's all I have to defend Mars with. And I don't know if these ships can take on a destroyer on their own. I know it's just an alien destroyer, but I think potentially Trojan Horse could do it because they've got the battleship. But I don't think Task Group Mars can do it. But the problem is if I send Task Group Mars in to intercept, there's a good chance the aliens will accept the fight. Yeah, we need to take the Jupiter. That's our main thing. All right, let's. I'm going to get an intercept going between these 2 fleets. And one of the objectives of our new ships that are being built is that they will be able to be fast enough to make these intercepts themselves without us needing to split the fleets up. That's the hope. So we'll initiate that transfer, and then we'll get Trojan Horse to follow them up. All the bases have defenses, yeah. I'm going to launch for that that base as well that we're looking at. The one that's 60 on it. I know it's not great, but we just need to be. I need to be proactive here. Hey, Crash Test, how's it going? All right, I'm going to launch for this base here. I'm just going to send a settlement to it. It's going to take 5. That was the problem. Yeah, it's going to take 532 days. That's why I didn't do it last stream. Because it's going to take 532 days to get there. It's going to take more than like two and a bit years. So there's just no point doing it. Unless I can get a colony ship out there, which means we need to build more mishaps. Anyway, okay. Stop waffling. Let's get on with the game. Next thing we need to do is we need to look at Earth. Jupiter is a massive undertaking. I was hoping to take Jupiter until the Battle of Union Station happened. And then the Battle of Union Station kind of wrecked our fleets. That's kind of what happened there. So the situation on Earth is I'm still trying to get the Pacific Defense League to form. We currently have Japan and South Korea in the Defense League. Now, North Korea are on their way. 11th of January, they'll be able to unify with the Pacific Defense League. We've just taken Taiwan. We need to actually secure it this turn. We've got 147 days to fix itself. Let's just sort. Yeah, priorities are fine. And we've also taken the Philippines, which I think we're still waiting. No, they've now formed a government, and they can now federate with Pacific Defense League this turn. So Clark Dad,
ready to go.
Let's get that to go with the Philippines.
On my way to the capital.
Then we're gonna get Distal to defend
At your service.
Taiwan.
protecting our interests.
Why is Taiwan red? This is new. Why is it red? I think there's been an update since I last played, and I hadn't actually checked the patch notes because I didn't have time. What else have we got here? Anything else undefended right now? Everything's defended. Excellent. What is the status of unrest across the world? Saudi Arabia is unhappy. The Philippines are unhappy. The Gulf states are unhappy. Okay, let's deal with that. Let's get Fire to go to the Gulf states, where someone seems to be causing a problem. We'll just make sure that that's at 98%.
We'll turn down the
We'll get Quiet to stabilize in the Philippines. And I think North Korea was the other one, is that right?
Acknowledged.
Saudi Arabia. Wow, how did I not spot Saudi Arabia? I think I did. I just didn't really pay attention to it. So Saudi Arabia is the other one. Saudi Arabia is always unhappy, but that's because I'm stealing so much money from them. Now, Chuck doesn't have any aliens to chase. I'm actually going to get him to stabilize in Saudi Arabia as well. And we need to do some public opinion work here this turn. Okay, so we've got our assignments. There's no alien fleets due this turn. The only thing we've got is this one fight in orbit of Mars. Let's get the timer started and let's see what happens. Okay, that's good to know. Thanks, Gurgly. Okay, so I don't want to take this fight, but just in case, we're going to go in for a short wall, heavy, center. I don't want these two to take this fight. Okay, the aliens didn't take the fight. That means that the battleship will get into the fight with the destroyer. That's perfect. So we're going to go again, short wall, heavy, center, tight, accept. Oh. Did I mess up the intercept? They didn't take that fight either. I thought that was good enough for an intercept. What did I do wrong there? Have the aliens left? Were the aliens leaving? No, they're still in orbit. Let's try that transfer again. So we'll go Mars right now. Transfer. And Trojan Horse. Mars right now. Transfer. Let's just see what happens this time. I think I did something wrong. Okay, the transfer has happened again. Oh, did I click accept? I'm such a fool. Yeah, because I didn't bid. And now it'll work. Thanks, TRM. Sorry, everybody. I think I'm a little bit scarred by what happened last time. But I'm getting back into it. I actually really enjoy this game a lot. It really like tickles an itch for me. There you go. Now we've got the fight. We're just going to use missiles here. I want this fight to be over. I don't want to deal with too many problems. We're just going to bring down... that's the wrong button. We're just going to bring down this destroyer a little bit. So that it's coming in closer to what it's escorting. We're going to set a primary target of the destroyer Stone Guardian, and we're going to padlock the battleship to it. And we'll do the same for the destroyer once it gets into position. I'll also make sure that everybody is set to balanced posture so that they are going to be defending each other. I'm really looking forward to the next update having... what's the word? Unit groups. I padlocked the destroyer instead of padlocking the battleship. So that's already a big mistake. Speed you up a little bit. You're falling quite far behind. Okay. Missiles away. I'm going to slow this down a lot. Unfortunately, our destroyer is in a really bad position. Let's get him padlocked. Keep the front armor facing the aliens. That's one hit. That's probably overkill on the missiles, but whatever. Oh, what are you doing? This is bad. Okay, this is really bad. You need to not do what you're doing. You need to really not do what you're doing. You need to face these missiles. Could I actually possibly get you to burn out of the way of the missiles? Probably not. We could try. It's not going to work. It's going to take these broadside. No, good work, crew. Okay, well, the PD shut it down. Right. Mars is safe for a little bit longer. We got 3.9 exotics for that, which is pretty good. Right. I'm definitely scarred by those last set of combats last stream. Okay, Trojan Horse is available for operations. Let's just tell it to return to its home port. Which is... Why is Hotsville Mars its home port? I think I set these a long time ago. It should be Here Be Dwarves. And then I should be able to click here and it should automatically select flight. Good. This wasn't working for a while, but I think it's working again now. We should wait for the other fleet to be available. Take me there. Make sure, what's its home port set to? It's also set to Hotsville. So it should be Here Be Dwarves. Set. And if I do a transfer, it'll automatically select Here Be Dwarves. Good. Okay, both of you get back there. They will begin resupplying. Okay, hopefully that means they will actually resupply. Okay, good. Everyone's resupplied. We can get on with the turn. Oh, how's everybody doing? Sorry, it's been a bit shaky at the start. I'm just trying to get my head back around it. Ultraviolet lasers, continue to research. That's really important technology.
Violence is abating. Order is returning.
Things are stabilizing.
Violence is abating.
Widespread panic about the aliens seems ready to break out in Atlanta. Rumors about inexperienced people in the area have led to distrust. So we need to find out what's going on in Atlanta. Let's yeah, let's deploy our forces to quell disturbances, and we'll get our guys over there in a minute. Find out what's going on. That was weird. A new project available. Integrated research market. We gain 20% more revenue for sales of space resources.
Policy direction complete.
Here Be Dwarves is currently constructing the fusion, the upgrade that it needs to have enough power. Okay. So Philippines has now joined the Pacific Defense League, which is really nice. I'll just confirm that about Here Be Dwarves because you got me concerned. Cool for 80 centimeter. Tactical drones is done. Okay, let's turn this off. Turn this back on. So heavy UV phaser cannon is the very big nose-mounted one. We want UV batteries. That's UV arc batteries. That's not what we want. We want phasers. So we'll just get rid of anything that's mentioned for arc. Arc. We also don't want a heavy UV lasers either. We don't want arc again. So we just want phasers. Super heavy UV phaser cannon. That's not what we want. We're looking for the PD, but I will pick up the medium UV phaser batteries. So we've got them done. And light UV phaser batteries is also on its way. So Here Be Dwarves, it currently has a heavy fusion reactor farm under construction, which will give it enough power. But that was the problem last time, was it didn't have enough power to actually build... Well, it was twofold. It didn't have enough power to build the ships we were trying to build, and we didn't have the resources to build them. And they were waiting on boost. Okay, we need to defend. So it looks like the Philippines has become undefended, which is weird because they federated, they didn't join, that's right. Okay, let's get Distal to defend the Philippines.
Making things safe for our people.
Let's get Chuck to check out what's going on in Atlanta, because that was weird. Just gonna remember which state, whereabouts in America Atlanta is. Oh, it's not actually yet. Is it mentioned as a state here? Yeah, there it is. Right, of course, it's in Florida. So we'll get Chuck to surveil
I'm here.
in this region here, which will cover all of the ones around it. We've also got actually some alien asset to assault, so we're going to get Chuck to do that instead in Cambodia. And I'm going to get Jeremy Clark Dad, because it doesn't take a skill to surveil, which is great, to surveil in America. Check what's going on there.
What's the op?
Then in terms of unrest, it's looking quite nice. Got lots of green numbers, which I like to see. Saudi Arabia is really the only one to be concerned about, so we'll just we'll get Faya to stabilize Saudi. Hey Razorback, how's it going? Good to see you. Alright, and then we'll get the rest of the team. We're actually going to spend a little bit of time doing public opinion in Saudi. Try and get them a little bit happier with us.
We must persuade, and
hopefully that will do something about the unrest that we're constantly seeing coming out of that country. Alright, I don't think we have to worry about any spaceships this month, but let me just quickly check. So, go back to the top of the list. 30th of March next year, there's a fleet hitting Space Farm Alpha. There's a fleet coming to Mars on the 17th of May next year. This one here is heading to Mars. This is for Mars for Febs. That's another one for next year. Here we go. Oh no, that's November, but that's Raleigh. January. It's the 27th of December is the only one I can see that's happening this year. Transferring to low. They are leaving Earth, which is interesting. This one's coming to Earth on the 28th of May. 28th May, Earth. I'm pretty sure this fleet here with the broken symbol is a fleet that's been damaged by my defenses on that world and it can't leave orbit, but it also can't bombard anymore, which means it can't be attacked. Okay, let's confirm those assignments. Let's unpause the game.
Securing our control. Setting a watch.
We should be getting our first Mark III Neil battleships off the line pretty soon. They take about 2 months to build.
The people will come to our side.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Okay, that's the heavy fusion plant done for Herbie Dwarves.
Things are stabilizing.
Full spectrum combined arms is now done. I just did that thing because I could. Again, let's just clear out anything here that's not phaser. There's actually nothing here that isn't phaser. Cool. What's army dispersion tax? Armies take 25% less damage from orbital bombardment. No, I've got to do quite a lot of research to get their Razorback, but what I've done with the destroyers and the battleships is they should hopefully be able to make the intercepts for now if they're not cruising too far. Let's just start getting some of this UV phaser tech done so that it is done. I might want to put a super heavy UV phaser cannon on a Lancer at some point, so let's just find it. Oh, give me 1 second. I'm just getting a phone call. I'll be 2 seconds. Sorry about that. I don't usually get phone calls at 10:20 p.m., but that was one I couldn't miss. I'm back now. So shipyards at Mercury are fine, but I'm not building anything at Mercury at the moment because we have so little volatiles. They'll need to use boost to finish producing the production of the ships, which will need to wait to travel. Whereas if we're building all of our ships in Earth orbit, the boost only needs to come from Earth to Earth orbit. So it means the ships aren't taking too long to build. Is essentially what's happening there. Okay, so what needs defended this turn? Looks like Japan. I did some bridging. I did quite a lot of bridging last stream. I got angry, basically. Last stream was a bit of a mess, and I bridged a few people. Basically, I was trying to combine North Korea and South Korea, and I was about to do it, and the enemy cooed North Korea. I think it was the initiative. Cooed North Korea out from under me, and I instantly bridged the person who did it because I was really annoyed.
Ready to go.
Looks like we've got still more alien life forms in Cambodia and Laos and Vietnam. Something is going on. Something is going on here. We need to get on top of this ASAP. Let's get Clark Dad down into Southeast Asia. I'm going to do a surveil in Thailand just to see what we can pick up because something weird is going on.
On Overwatch.
Has China formed the Pan-Asian Combine? Yes, it has. No, I think the Federation is just available. Because there's something going on here, and I'm concerned about it. Now, how are we doing in terms of unrest? Saudi, even with what we did last turn, still has quite high unrest. So we're going to put down unrest in it and North Korea. Yeah, exactly. Where did they come from?
Will restore peace.
And I'm just going to drop the unrest in the European Union because people keep trying to mess with my homeland. Okay, let's confirm assignments. We're expecting ships very, very soon.
Protecting our interests.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Protecting our interests.
They bridged Maya, if you remember.
Initiating recon.
Super heavy UV laser cannon. I thought I was already doing that. Resistance Fleet Expedition Support completes transfer. Okay, so they have now arrived in orbit of Acute Space Rock. This one here. 128 Nemesis, which has Belial's Pit, the site we were looking at. They didn't really get a chance to do anything in this game, Razorback, to be completely honest. So I'm going to found... what can I find? I think I need to select the fleet to do this, don't I? If I deselect this, just zoom out and select them. If I select Expedition Support, yeah, I've got the option to found Outpost Fission. And Belial's Pit. Done. Okay. We need a name for that, actually. Let me quickly pull that. That's a part of the app that hasn't been used in a while. Well, that makes me happy. So we want to pull out, where's Terra Invicta name list? And we need to get Mishaps link. Here it is. I didn't even have it open because I wasn't. I'm going to need it open because we're going to be building a lot of ships this stream. All right, that's loading now. This particular track like haunts me in my dreams. I hear it so often. I'm just waiting for the app to launch. And we want a base. So that's B. This is Athenor base. The last best hope for peace. It's still going to take a while to get stuff up and running here, but at least the base is founded. So it's coming with an outpost core and 2 fission piles and a construction module, which is great. I'm going to also queue up a mining outpost complex. And I'm going to queue up a... is it worth getting a fusion pile here now? Or should I just wait until... Let's get a fusion pile. And I realize it's a fission... I don't have the fusion module researched, I think. Which is why it's efficient. And then what we need to get these guys to do is transfer back, if you can, to Hirby Dwarf Station. And hopefully... Yeah, they're going to get there before they get intercepted. That's amazing. Okay, and they're going to keep doing some more missions like that. That's a win.
I was born
a win for
2
humanity.
club feet. For this reason, playground games were
That's a good idea.
impossible for
Get some
me.
defenses up.
So instead, I read and read and read. Though they caused me daily pain, I treasure these warped feet of mine. They made me everything I am today.
Okay, so...
Chancellor Li Qingzhao, public lecture, Xi'an Jiaotong University.
Transmorphages is done. With the majority of disease and genetic disorders now preventable, even correctable thanks to recent developments in predictive genetics, our intentions now turn towards something more ambitious. Biologically repairing a human body. Bacteriophages have long been used to treat bacterial infections, but it's now how they achieve this that makes them so valuable. They inject DNA directly into a bacterial cell, thus rewriting its genetic identity. What if we could further program synthetic phages to carry other types of DNA and to target specific cells? We need wonder no longer. For now, the focus is on correcting genetic level problems on the fly, in a live subject. Baby steps towards altering the very information that makes us us. The ultimate potential of phage-based gene editing ranges from simple transformations in appearance to the building of more and stronger muscle material, more durable organs, and even the ability to adapt genetic material into our own bodies. Alien genetic material to our own bodies. Eventually, we'll make a human body not more simply lasting, but better in every conceivable way. So, what we now need to do is switch up our research focus to, we need to get, I think it's deuterium. Let me just check the full tree. And I think it's boron, Zeta boron drive requires, what do you need? This tech here that I haven't got researched. Yeah, you need proton boron fusion. So we're going to start working towards proton boron fusion to get that. That's the faster drive for better intercepts. Now, where's proton boron fusion? It's over here. So this will get us the Zeta boron drive, which is now a bit of an end goal. I think we just select that right now, though. Yes, proton-borne fusion. Increases the ability of nuclear fusion technology by 1. Completes may unlock the flowing technologies. Cool. Breakthroughs in inorganic fusion reactions make our reactors more fuel and cost efficient than before. We'll begin research there, and I'm going to fast rush that as well because we need that tech. That'll be faster ships for us. That means we need to rebuild our ships from scratch, but that's all good. Okay. The tech tree is something else, isn't it? And we also almost researched everything on it. Right, going back to our new base, you raised a really good point, TRM. It does need some defenses. Oh, this is not the right base. Unfortunately, we don't have room for the bases because the Fusion Bell's building. So, I did want to design our life forms crash test, but this is now a more important goal. I hope. Did you see that? No, that was Windows telling me that I didn't have any viruses. Thanks, Windows. I didn't know that was turned on. So, design our life forms were where I was going when I didn't have something more important to research. DNA repairs. Our counselors will live 10 years longer. We're going to grab that.
Things are cooling off.
Yeah, somehow it'll fix it. We're going to go back to that, but we need these drives. Oh, Eric has finally been turned away from us. They finally found out he's been turned. I think he's been our agent. He was our agent for about 3 or 4 years.
By the numbers.
Wow, there's a lot of alien flora and fauna in this region. Chuck's actually struggling to deal with it. I was watching the feed over here. Okay, that is a bunch of mission control getting built, I think, or is that research universities? Space resorts. Right, that's right. That's Final Frontier Station finally being repaired after the Marines trashed it, retaking it. That's what's happening there. Okay, let's just have a quick check to make sure what is going on here. It definitely would race her back, but I don't have the technology for it, it seems. When I was going into constructing ships, yeah, I don't have the found fusion. I only have the... Oh, I do have the fusion outpost kit. I think... Why did I have the fission kit? Well, I know that I've updated it, so I've got this module on the latest version of the ship, I think. I think that ship has an outdated design. If I go Mishaps Class 3... Yeah. Oh, it's got the wrong one. It needs the fusion... Damn it. Thank you for pointing that out, Razor. It needs this... Fusion platform, the fusion outpost kit. Save design. Okay. The Mishaps Mark IV will have the right version. We need to mark this as obsolete. When they come back into dock, I'll upgrade them. So they've got the fusion kit instead of the fission kit. Honestly, I don't know what... I must have been drinking that stream when I designed the ships. Okay. What is going on here? We've got alien life forms, alien life forms, alien life forms. The blue color is xenoforming. I've got my world filter is set to xenoforming level, so something is bad is happening there. What's our cooldown here? Our cooldown here is 29th of April, and our cooldown here is 11th of January. We can start looking at another country to add in soon, but I think I want to focus on this. First of all, let's check on rest. Do we have anything we need to deal with urgently? 0.7 is the highest. I think we can take our foot off the gas for a turn. Let's deal with this. So, Chuck,
Reporting in.
you need to deal with Cambodia.
Going in hot.
Guy,
Ready for orders.
you need to deal with Vietnam.
Reporting in.
And Quiet,
Ready for orders.
you need to deal with Laos. This is a pretty big deal. Okay. In the rest of the world, there's we need to identify probably our next target. We've got quite a lot of command points available to us. We could so we've got the Philippines. This is also the Philippines. Malaysia, there's no claims on it from the Pacific Defense League. We do have a claim on part of Indonesia, so we can look at Indonesia next. Pacific States, we've also got claims on them. Do we actually get a claim on New Zealand? I don't think we do. No, we don't get a claim on New Zealand or Australia, unfortunately. But we could look at taking Pacific States or Indonesia. Because if we get Biak, which has the capital, I think, the colony region, okay. I'm pretty sure we could take this over. Also, the servants own it, which we need to do something about that. Other options, Pacific States. Pacific States may be a little bit easier to take to start with, and they also have claims on some of the Indonesia, and they also have claims on Nomi. What's this? Oh, this island that we've got. Okay. So I think I'm going to start doing some public opinion work in Pacific States.
I will try to sway the public.
They are pretty much being ignored the whole game. Their public opinion of everything is very low.
I will tell our
Okay, let's confirm assignments. Oh, who hasn't got an assignment? Oh, Clark Dad. Clark Dad can also. Did he just say I'm here? Like, you haven't given me a job. What are you doing? Wow, he's 8% chance to. He needs an actual goal. By the way, I rearranged a lot of everybody's organizations off stream, and it's left Clark Dad with kind of no particular job, no particular direction what he should be doing, as you can see by the fact that he can't even public campaign effectively anymore. Anyway, let's think about that later. These ships should be finished soon. Okay, light UV phaser batteries are done. Let's get DNA repairs underway. 10 years extra lifespan for our people seems pretty good. We're at full speed, good.
We've moved the needle.
Okay.
public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Oh, this is amazing. Mines produce 15% more volatiles. This is now the most priority tech. Let's dump super heavy UV phaser cannon. Let's get rapid distillation techniques unlocked. And let's rush that over proton boron fusion. Because that is insane. That's going to really save us. That's going to save us a lot of problems.
The people will come to our side.
Breath of the Wild 2 might be up there. I would need to sit back and think, actually. There's quite a few
Target destroyed.
on my list that I've got like in my wish list at the moment. What's top of my wish list right now? I actually want to check that. So on my wish list on Steam at the moment, the games I've got like I'm anticipating. So I think it's worth talking about this kind of stuff. Homeworld 3. I've got Homeworld 3 at the top of the list, then Brigador Killers. And then I've got The Last Starship in there as well. Warhammer 40,000 Bolt Gun, Xenonauts 2, Second Front, Mars Tactics, and then I also want to add in there Space Marine 2, but I'm probably going to Space Marine 2 on console. So Homeworld 3 is top of my list, Razorback.
The LZ is secure.
Okay, completely wiped out Ho Chi Minh City. This fleet looks like it's on the way. It's not on its way to Earth. Okay.
The LZ is secure.
Okay, so it's just that one little bit in Cambodia that's holding out. Wildfire in Irkutsk. Isn't that up in the north in Siberia? Okay, Hotsville has its new colony core. That didn't take too long. We could now upgrade the mining complex. We also need some more fusion reactor farms. I don't know how many we need. I'll upgrade the agriculture complex. I'll upgrade the LDAs. We need another fusion reactor farm to cover that. We need another fusion reactor farm to cover that. I'm just aware of how much this is costing. Okay, we're out of volatiles right now. I'm gonna... Oh, I could upgrade the... No, we're gonna leave that until it's upgraded, and then we'll go from there. That's our first level 3 hab, by the way. Okay, there's an alien fleet arriving on the 27th of December. How are we looking in terms of getting ships out? 9 days. Brilliant. We're going to get 5 new battleships. No, not quite 5 battleships. We're going to have 2 new battleships in Earth orbit. The new model in 5 days. If anyone wants to know what these battleships look like, this is the Neo Class 3. Oh, no, this wasn't what I wanted to do. This is the Neo Class 3 battleship. What we're doing is we're going as fast as we can with Zeta Helion drives. We're using the flow stabilized Z-Pinch fusion reactor. Even though it requires exotics, it requires way less volatiles to build. They're quite lightly armored, unfortunately, because of the fact that I don't have the volatiles to armor them properly. We've got the standard tin droplet radiator, mega battery, and the main armament is a heavy gold guard battery Mark III with a nose coal cannon Mark III as well. So it's got a lot of... We've dumped the missiles, basically, and then it's got 2-phase defense laser turrets as well. So en masse, these things should be fast, and they should be able to intercept. And then I've also got a Night Sky Mark III as well. And the Night Sky Mark III is just a smaller version. Yeah, the armor, it's just all I could afford, deal. Oh, you got, they are going to die. They're just until we can get some more... Once we get a bit better volatile income, I'm going to upgrade them to have more armor. Okay, let's do some assignments. First of all, nowhere is undefended, no. We've got quite a lot of unrest rising in North Korea. So we need to clamp down. North Korea and Saudi Arabia need probably 2 people each doing unrest this turn. But what's the situation in... Okay, we've managed to wipe out all of the alien fauna that we knew about here. So let's get you, Chuck, to... I want to do another surveillance island. I'm just getting into something here.
Acknowledged.
Then I'm going to get Guy into North Korea. Also, I'm noticing a lot of Chinese fleet movements and army movements at the moment. I want to keep an eye on that.
We'll restore peace to this
And then we're going to
nation.
get Fire. And I'm going to get Clark Dad
Acknowledged.
to put down unrest in Saudi Arabia.
Restoring order.
And then Distel's going to keep working public opinion in the Pacific States.
Making our case.
Alright, confirm assignments. They are indeed going to die, but they're made to be cheap and replaceable until we can get our economy sorted, basically. It does sound pretty crappy that I don't know much about what's going on with Kerbal Space Program 2, but that whole thing with the developers, someone being somebody on the outside who doesn't really know the whole situation, it sounds a bit... Okay, it sounds very awkward. I feel really bad that that's happened. I don't know what else to really say about it. Okay, Belial's Pit's coming online. Yeah, it looks like it does kind of look like China is setting up for something.
Order is returning.
Things are cooling off.
Things are stabilizing.
Okay.
Order is returning.
These ships should pop any second.
We've moved the needle.
I'm hoping. Before this fleet gets here. It looks like they might not come online. There we go. Nope. Okay. The expedition support has made it to Mars, which is great. So I think it's going to be worth upgrading. Let's get them to... Yeah, they're going to repair and resupply. Then I'm going to upgrade one of them to the new version. Okay. Just in time. Literally the day before the alien arrives, our first Neo Mark III has come online. So we've got 2 of them. We need to name both of them. So let's do that first. Let's get the app back up. I want to name a ship. This is the Shining Feathers, which is interesting name. Feathers. And our next ship is the Shards of Glory. Done. Okay. Both of them are named. Let's get them in fleets. I want to put both of them in one fleet together, and that's going to be our intercepting fleet. So we've got Earth Defense Fleet 2, Electric Boogaloo, which is here, which isn't too bad. And then we've got what's left of the High Fleet in Earth orbit. Apparently we've ended up with 2 High Fleets, which is hilarious. Okay, so they've got Battleship, Destroyer, 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 and this fleet has Battleship, Destroyer, 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 Destroyer. So I'm going to put the 2 Neils in... I'll put the 2 Neils into Electric Boogaloo. Yeah. So we come in second with this one, and they should be able to hold the line. Okay. We've got more ships on the way, and once we've got some volatiles coming back in, we're gonna redo these ships. Hopefully it is fun. Yeah, case too. Okay, expedition support has been repaired. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to spend the money on an upgrade for one of them. So we're going to go back into ship designer. And I want to do ship construction. And I want to... Do I want to do it from here? No. I can always forget how to do... Oh, I can... Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know I could do that. I keep forgetting how I do an upgrade. Ship construction is not through here. I feel like it's through here. There's the Mishaps Mach 4. Refit dock ship. There we go. Apparently I can refit... Oh, what's it called? Mishaps. This is Mark II class frigate. 0-point burst. Yes. This needs to be refitted to this. And we're going to do it to here. Can I upgrade the Atlanta as well to a Mishaps class 4? Because if I could, that would be great. Yes, I can. Okay. Hirbidorf still actually needs more power. Both of them are going to get upgraded. Let me check why Hirbidorf is still out of power as well. You're right, T-Rabbit still needs more power. So let's get another fusion reactor farm up here. Or should we just build a heavy? But it's 450 power. I don't think I quite need that much power. Yeah, I don't think it's quite worth it. That should be enough. If I try and add, say, a foundry, yeah, there'll be enough power now. Okay, that'll get the station up and running. All right, let's get ready for a fight. Continue. No, pause. I didn't mean to click continue. Okay, so fleets. Let's get... First of all, we want Earth High Fleet to intercept that fleet that just arrived. And then we want Electric Boogaloo to intercept. Okay, so these guys, I want you to engage. They'll say no. And then this attack will happen, so we want tight, we want short wall, we want heavy, we want center, engage. Okay, let's get a fight going with our new ships. So the Shining Feathers and the Shards of Glory are our new battleships. They're not really meant to be late game ships, they're basically just keeping us alive. But the big difference is you can... I'm trying to zoom in, it's very jerky. Ooh. Yeah, there's the cannons. The coal guns. So this thing has coal guns, and we've got 2 of them. Hopefully that's going to work out for us. I'm not going to mess around with the formation too much. I'm actually just going to padlock everybody to this ship. I'm going to set it as our primary target. We're going to turn off missiles on all of our battleships here because I want to see how the mass coal guns work. Destroy a battleship, that's fine. This machine kills invaders. I'm just going to make sure that everybody is set to defensive. I'm going to unpause while I padlock everybody. This isn't going to be a particularly exciting battle. It's just an enemy frigate. So if we lock onto this ship here, we should be able to see the cannon track and fire. We'll just speed up until the aliens are in engagement range. One thing I need to get good at is breaking ships at the start of a fight. Okay, we're actually already firing. Yeah, so there's a decent rate of fire already. It looks like it's just yeah, there you go. You can tell the difference in sound effects. So those early shots were just from our new ships. They must have a longer range on the barrels. Yeah, I cannot wait for that to come out in the beta branch. Let's see how things are looking for the frigate. It's firing a lot of missiles. Here come the coal gun shots. The main hope with the amount of coal gun shots is to basically overwhelm the enemy PD. Because that's been a problem recently. There you go, there's 2 hits. And there's 3 hits. Alright, now our big problem is these missiles. Do they immediately turn the leave button? Okay, here come the enemy missiles. They're all going for the battleship corvette. Hopefully they'll get shot down. I don't think there's enough of a spread to really cause us a big problem. The game just ended. It ended before the missiles made it, but the corvette took damage. Cool. That makes perfect sense to me. Okay, no worries. That's fine. Okay, so that's one defense fleet. So that was a good test. Better than the last test of a next generation ship that we did. Let's tell them to go back home. So their home station should be... Why is it Ruby Station? It should be... you probably hear the dog snoring right now. Where is it? Scaffold Station. Scaffold Shipyard, there it is. Set home port. And then tell them to go there. And then do the same thing here. Set home port. Make sure it's set to... Whoops, I just selected them. It's not a clunky interface at all. It's really, really easy to use. Space Station 13, Scaffold Shipyard. There we go. Set home port. Transfer. There. Good. Let's go home. Unpause the game. Great. Great. Paired and resupplied. Excellent. Everybody is good to go. Mishaps Mark IV Frigate Laser Addict. So it's been renamed. That's fine. So let's get a new name for that ship. I can't remember what it was called before, unfortunately. Actually, I think I'll just keep it as a Laser Addict. That's fine. Massive hurricane struck Toronto. Let's divert resources to help out. And, oh no, 0 Point Burst. That was the name that it was before. Cool. So we just need to rebuild the fleet. That's all we need to do. Okay. So we should be able to merge fleets with Romeo 270. And then we can rename this fleet the Builders for now. And we can send the Builders to a new asteroid. So we check prospecting. I'm going to zoom out a little bit just so we're not hearing that noise in the background. So Belial's Pit was the last one we did. We could do Ferrous Chaos. Which is all the way up here at 488. What's the name of the asteroid? 488 Cruza. Let's see if the Builders could transfer there. Gotta find it, of course. I think it's in this lot here. Nope. So it'll be in here. Or is it in the inner system? Or it might be in the outer belt. Yeah, it's gonna be here. 44. No, is it further out? 488 Cruza. That's gonna take. Yeah, they've got tons of Delta V to make it there and back. So we'll just get them to transfer and they'll get going. So that's them on the way to build another base for us. That's a lot faster than launching probes. I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, there's no way they had the budget for a UI designer, is there? Especially the way things are placed all over the screen. Like, there's so many icons and... Ugh. Okay. Looks like everything went okay on Earth. Let's check our current status of unrest. Looks like we've got a little bit of unrest going on in Taiwan. Gulf states as well, and the PDL, and North Korea. So we're just dealing with a lot of unrest. Not like massive unrest. I'm stopping it from becoming big unrest. But it is building. So the first one we'll look at is Taiwan. So let's get... Well, Chuck...
What's the op?
Nothing showing up here. I'm certain there would have been some aliens here. Why don't we just investigate this guy and this guy? Find out who they are. Let's get Guy and Quiet on that. Can you please investigate... Where are we? Here. This mysterious person who has a 96%, which is actually very suspicious that they're so hard to investigate for these agents. And then we'll get you to investigate the 99% that's down here. We'll just find out who these people are. I don't need to pump that. What is this? Oh, it's a space center. Okay.
Tracking targets.
Okay, they're both doing that.
Standing by for
Then we're going to get Chuck to suppress unrest in Taiwan.
We'll turn
We're
down.
gonna get fire. What's the next biggest
Standing
problem? It goes Gulf States and
Standing
PDL. Okay, Gulf States, PDL. That's
I'm
what we're
here.
gonna do. So we'll do Gulf States,
Restoring order.
PDL. Whoops.
Ready to go.
And
Restoring order.
last one after that
Where to?
is North Korea. Hey Zach, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Oh, I always do that. I always want to click confirm assignments
make
to
things
confirm his
safe.
assignment. Alright, everyone's done and ready to go. Let's zoom out a little bit. How are we doing? It's January. I think we've got some wars about to happen. I think we've got some ships coming in January. Let's have a quick look. That's 30th of March. 17th of May, 15th of February. Oh no, that's not going to hit us. 18th of March. So we've got two attacks there. 4th of February. No, there's no alien. Doesn't look like there's any aliens hitting us in January, which is good. We do have a lot of stuff heading to Mars, though. We need to get some more ships in orbit of Mars, I think. I think with this knowledge, we're going to transfer those 2 new ships to Mars. So the next batch that get built will be there for Earth. So this will be 09 April. Oh, sorry. It's Mars. 09 April. Oh, actually do. These guys are coming to Mars on the 15th of January. Mars 15 April. I just realized I've done them the wrong way around, but it doesn't matter. And we've also got 20th May. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come into our fleet organizer here. We're going to select the Electric Boogaloo fleet. We're going to split the fleet, and we're going to get the Shining Feathers and the Shards of Glory to leave the fleet. We're going to rename that new fleet, because it's going to get confusing if I don't. By the way, we've built 272 fleets this game. This is the Martian Relief Force. And they are going to transfer, when they are the right ships. Martian Relief Force is going to transfer to Here We Dwarf Station. It's going to take them 5 weeks. So they won't be positioned for this fight, but they'll be... yeah, that's why they're on their way there, TRM. But there's going to be a fight before that they're not going to be able to take part in. And we do not have a lot of defenses in place around Mars. That is a big concern. Cool, I've got a pop-up telling me there's a core economic region here, which I can't get rid of, which is great. Oh, there, it went away. I think everything's done. Let's confirm assignments. Just make sure everyone does have an assignment assigned. Yeah. I'll let some pause.
Forget.
Ooh,
the
arrival
trappings
culture is
of
done.
Wealth and power. Everything that makes life special is already within you. By your mere existence.
I don't like the servant quotes,
you're
if I'm being
beautiful,
completely honest.
Vital and irreplaceable. Superior Judith Howell, Burn Brighter Self-Improvement Course.
Okay, there might be a bit of noise in a second as someone comes into the house, but hopefully it won't be too loud. Since the days that we all believed the stars were our gods and ancestors, the human journey has been characterized by the individual search for meaning. Yet our cultural evolution across millennia has brought us more questions than answers, as we attempt to reconcile our brief lives with the bigger picture of human existence. Now our quest for self-actualization is confounded by the confirmation of life from other worlds. It is imperative that cultures across the globe accept the shocking truth that humanity is not, after all, the center of all things. We cannot stand still. Now is the time to change our very way of life. Our artists must encourage others to reflect this new reality. Our philosophers must re-examine what it means to be human, and our religious institutions must square seemingly insurmountable circles. The concept that humanity is but a grain of sand on a far vaster breach has moved from conjecture to near certainty. Every effort must now be made to adjust the revelation that we are not the universe's only thinking beings. Arrival Governments comes, and there's a bunch of small texts that come off that as well. So we can now go for genies or designer life forms. The designer life forms gives a whole ton of nice stuff to making Earth better, so I think I'm going to just get that done. That was what I was heading for, as Crash Test pointed out. Rapid distillation techniques is almost done. Our current income is 514.9. Very keen to see what happens tomorrow on the 4th of January when that finishes. Let's unpause. Okay. Public campaign missions of 50%. We should have had that earlier. Appeals to hope messaging.
Surveillance complete.
Okay, we found Jenny Cochran. Any relation to Joseph Cochran? Guy who invented the warp drive? Was it Joseph Cochran? I know his surname was Cochran. I bet it was a weirder name than Joseph. I bet you... Rapid... Okay. So rapid installation techniques has just popped. I'm going to grab appeals for hope messaging, because that seems quite useful. But we're going to knock this down to 1. And this should, in a couple of days, pop up. Oh, I accidentally surveilled Quiet Raccoon. Amazing. I'm glad nobody spotted that. This might not upgrade date till next month, actually. Rest. Okay.
Things are stabilizing. Order is returning.
Things are cooling off.
I'm just checking to see if those aliens actually bombard our new base, but I don't think they're going to. Okay, we've got another Neo-class battleship's just been launched. Let's give it a name. Boron is at full speed still, I think. I'll check that. Oh, I like this name. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Frednaught. Except I can't type because my cable's covering my keyboard. Frednaught. And let's just add that into a fleet before I forget to do it. We'll check tech first. No, you're right, Neil. It wasn't, so now it is. And fleets. We'll add it to Earth Defense Fleet 2. Merge fleet. Grab Romeo 273. Done. There you go. We're rebuilding. We're coming back online. Feels good. The doctor's a big snore there. Military Science has prototyped a new weapon system. As the Prussians wanted, they're very eager to put their brand new invention to the test. So eager, in fact, they've submitted a lengthy proposal detailing an extraordinary varied battery of tests to gather as much data as they possibly can. While they acknowledge that the need for authentic targets could cause issues later down the line in the form of introducing debris into low Earth orbit 1, they maintain that such issues are entirely secondary compared to the wealth of data that we could be gathering now. We can gather even more authentic data by exercising the onboard systems. What's that going to give me? Gain 4,000 science. Let's do it. It's a chunk of science. Not that we really need it. Look, when I zoom all this way out and I see the stream of ships coming towards this inner system, it always gives me the heebie-jeebies. There's so many ships on their way. There's a view for you. Appeals to hope messaging is done. That's 50% bonus to public campaigning. I wish I'd picked that up much earlier in the campaign, but it's done now. Public behavior monitoring. That's not really that worried about that. Let's, what's onboard transforming? New council start with 40 XP. That's not really that exciting. Let's get super heavy phase or cannon finished just because it's there. And I've already put some research into it. Alien Fleet Mars, 15th of April, completes transfer. Well, they've arrived a lot earlier than I thought they were going to. I see. Is that what you meant, TRM? I thought you were just talking about how April was going to get here sooner than not. But no, you noticed that they were arriving in January, but you decided not to tell me. You just decided to make an illusion. Okay. I understand what's going on there. I see. I see what you're doing. All right, the Red Guard has 2 destroyers, so they're going to intercept first. And then we're going to send in, where is it? Trojan Horse. Yeah, that's what that feels like, Gurgly, honestly. It really does. Now, this is interesting. Target fleet unlikely to escape our pursuit has never shown up before. So they must have really low DV. Yeah, they're out. They have... So they've just arrived at Mars and they're pooped. Well, then it's going to have to be 2 destroyers, I think. Because if I clicked accept, I don't think they'll take the fight. I don't want to evade just in case. And then the next one should be our other flight. Oh, I think there's someone at the door. I might just be... Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. That's the second interview, but there's been no dog interjections tonight, so that's something. Right, let's get this fight done. Let's teach these aliens what they should not be doing, which is bothering me, especially later than I thought they would. So yeah, if I just do... I might have to bid quite high, actually. Max bid will force engagement. Will we have enough DV? Yeah, we'll have enough DV after this. Let's submit bid. Mars 15 attempts to flee battle, but Trojan Horse successfully pursues them. Both spend 0 KPS in chase. Prepare for battle. Okay. Oh, no, I thought they appeared on top of each other. Right, I'm not going to do much here. We're just going to get this going. We'll set you as the primary target. We'll set... yeah, that's done. We'll padlock both of you. And we're just going to turn off the missile launchers because we do not need to use copperheads here. Not much crash test. We built some ships. We had a fight. The support fleet I thought was going to die didn't die. And we got some big research done, actually. So we've got that 15% volatiles research done, which should make a big buff next time. And TREM noticed that a fleet was arriving earlier than it's supposed to, but didn't tell me. And so having a fight, I wasn't thinking we're going to have a fight for a few months. I sent some ships to Mars as well to reinforce the Mars defense fleets because they're pretty light right now. The Frednaught was also christened. Oh, it's taking a while for this fight to start. Oh, that's because they're running. Hang on, they're running. That's why I couldn't catch up with them. Are you ready for a drive-by? Look at them screaming. Look at the destroyer screaming in. Let's slow things down a little bit. This could go really badly. I realized I gave a ram order possibly a little bit too soon. They need to destroy this thing. Oh, it's going to destroy it. Okay, it's been destroyed. Now we need to deal with the missiles. But this is excellent. It's going to do a drive-by on the missiles. Oh, look at that. Wow. That was incredibly cool. Let's just tell them to slow down. Can I even tell them to slow down? I don't think I can. I don't think I can give them any orders. Let's just make sure the battleship gets through this. Only has a few missiles to shoot down. It should be fine. Yeah, nice work, team. That was so cool. That destroyer doing the backflip to shoot down the missiles was peak sci-fi. I really enjoyed that very much. Let's get these fleets back to base. So I think I set their home base last time. Yep, I did. Excellent. Oh, I clicked on the wrong fleet. Sorry for the flicking around the solar system. It's just what happens when you try to do fleet organization. Okay, new assignments need to be set. Kenya and the Pacific Defense League have ended their alliance. That's really sad. So let me just check cooldowns here. I think we're getting close. 29th of April for North Korea to join the Pacific Defense League.
At your service.
Taiwan Confederate can do stuff in 55 days, and the Philippines can join the Pacific Defense League on the 29th of April. So April for both of them is the big date that everything's going to happen on. Nowhere is undefended. Ever is defended, and I think unrest isn't looking too bad, apart from in North Korea and Saudi Arabia. So we'd probably only just need to devote 2 people to that. We'll get Clarkdad working on Saudi Arabia. Actually, he's in North Korea. We might as well just work on him to do that. And we'll get Distal to work on Saudi Arabia. And then Chuck.
Ready to go. Standing by.
I'm still concerned about this part of the world. That was really weird. Let's just do another... I'm going to do another surveil, but I'm going to do it in Bangkok. Oops. And then we're going to get... What are we going to do? We're going to start working a bit more on... Oh, wow. Look at that Pacific States. They love us. Okay, let's kick the servants out then. It's this tiny, tiny nation. Guy might actually just be able to purge straight out from under them. I think he could do it. Let's purge it.
Removing our enemies.
It's got to cost us what? 2 control points. Yeah, I think we're fine. And we'll start saving that country from the servants. Quiet. Can probably... What's the unrest like here? Unrest is high. Let's do some unrest dropping in
make things safe.
the
Standing
Pacific
by
States
for
as well.
orders. We'll
Alright, let's
restore
confirm.
peace to this nation.
Our volatiles income doesn't seem to have gone up, even though we have the research to increase it by 15%. Did I misread what that research did?
Target area.
Hey, nice guys. Yes, you've missed quite a lot actually. We haven't lost any battles yet tonight. A common concern: elites demand less investment in the smallest priority in nations we control, reducing chances of coups. Increasing control point management comes by 10. That seems good. Tier M. Alien fleet launches for the builders. Good luck. Good luck catching them. We've completed new outposts. Okay, Belial's Pit now has its mining cost. We've jumped up to 672 income. That's great. We're living the dream.
Violence is abating.
Empathy.
Oh, mining
is
machine is
not
done.
a muscle. You either possess it or you do not.
Whoa.
It is those who do not who most limit human potential. If only there was some way to make them care, truly care, then everything would change in an instant. Commissioner Kiran Banerjee, keynote for Undisclosed Corporate Seminar.
Cybernetics and artificial intelligence have, until now, represented parallel folks, of humanity's technological evolution. It has been apparent for some time now that true ascension of our species lies in the merging of the two, augmentation of our bodies to such an extent that our nature is changed. Minds that can out-calculate a supercomputer with the ability to understand and analyze any situation, threat, in an instant. The leap that has made this possible, as opposed to the faltering and unreliable approach of the past, is not the ease of use and safety, but rather the development of software-based intelligence that truly understands how humans think, and thus could effectively parse the endless stream of data into primary sensory information that we can innately understand. Some may use the outmoded term cyborg to describe the human test subjects that will result from the new prototype neural implants and cranial interfaces born of this breakthrough, but in truth they will make us so much more than that, so much more than human. The following technologies may now be researched at Accelerando. The tech is called cyborging, which is really funny. Okay, so we can now do Accelerando, which gets us Global Empire. Am I right in my understanding that Global Empire gives us a claim on everything? I'm not sure if that is the case or not. We could also get genies, but that just unlocks Methuselah therapies, which means our guys can live for longer. Fleet logistics will unlock Titans, and I think it's about time we got onto that. So let's get that ticking over in the background. Again, it's not super important or high priority, it's just going to be going.
Order is returning.
Violence is abating.
Things are stabilizing.
We are now able to undertake the cyborging project. Let's get some transhumanism on the go. Alien red teaming project. That's cool. Imagine being on the red team for Alien. More CP. Oh, that's really sad, Night Skies and Neil. Why not they just give us that tech? Okay, let's drop super heavy phaser cannons again. Oh, the game is not paused. We've got another Neo Mark III launch. We'll just take that in a second. Hello, Andrew. How's it going? And let's get cyborging. Where's cyborging? There it is. Let's get cyborging and researching, because that's a pretty important tech. And let's go and meet our new ship and find out what it's called. So we've got Romeo 274 is our new Neo-class battleship. Wow, what a name. I don't know if the game will actually support a name this long. Just taking a second for it to load. Okay, this is the Longbow Darkening Sky. What a cool name. And let's add that into we'll add that into high fleet, so each fleet has one, I think is a good way to do it. Why are you saying geez, Bosco? What's up? No worries about being late. You can have an empire on that. Yeah, Mars is club-shaped. Wow, they're zooming past. Check the speed on them. What's their DV right now? 25.6 milli-Gs. Ferrocite emitter allows the augmenting of our councillors with the following cybernetic implants. The ferrocite emitter. What does that do? Okay. Belial's pit needs to be upgraded. I'm just going to leave it at level 2 mining. And we're going to put some defenses on it, is basically where we're going. So we're going to add a couple of LDAs. We're going to add a settlement mining complex. And then we're going to add some fusion reactor arrays. If I wanted to add I'm just going to add a farm. I actually had 2 farms. I think we need another fusion reactor array as well. Yeah, we should be good on that. Okay, that's all going to get going. Ah, no worries. I hope your campaign is going better than mine. Actually, my campaign, I have to say, even after what happened last time, I think my campaign's going pretty well.
Remains in power.
Oh, they failed to purge Fort Mosby. Well, I did kind of go for the gamble. Okay, it is now February. Right. Let's have a look at the situation in terms of unrest. I'm just very concerned about cooing. Provides charisma? Of course it does. They're mind controlling people with pheromones. Okay, everything's looking okay here in terms of everything, actually. The unrest isn't too high. So let's have another go at taking the Pacific states. Where are they? Here they are. I'm honestly just going to get Guy to continually just try and purge them out. He's got an 86% chance this turn. It's not amazing, but I think that's just the way I want to do it. We're going to get... We've actually discovered some more alien activity, so let's get Chuck to deal with that. Where is that? That's in Tigray.
Heading to the LZ.
Where is Tigray? It's in South Africa. Okay. Let's get another surveil here.
Ready.
Nice. Getting EU and China is strong. I mean, having EU has been ridiculously powerful for me, but I can see having EU and China would be nuts. Let's get a surveil there. I mean, I guess the same as me getting US. Who's doing that surveil? Yeah, Clark Dad. Good.
Surveilling target area.
Okay, should we try and grab Indonesia at the same time? Indonesia's going to cost us... Oh, it's actually quite expensive. 13... Yeah, Indonesia's very expensive. Wow. So that's what? 26... 52 control points we need to take Indonesia. So we're not going to be doing that anytime soon. Who else can we put into the Pacific Defense League? Can we take Vietnam? Nope. What about Cambodia? No, they're not really in the Pacific, are they? We can't add Malaysia. We can't add Singapore. We can't add Indonesia. Oh, we can add Indonesia. That's because we've already been looking at Indonesia. Indonesia's the big one we need to work on next, but we'll get the Pacific Defense League taken. Sorry, the Pacific States taken, and we'll go from there. All right. That's actually a really good idea, TRM. We could, you know what we could do? We could send Clark Dad. Indonesia gets a claim on Australia. Does it? Not yet. Okay. I think TRM's got a good point. I think Jeremy Clark Dad could... Next... How are we going to get him there, though? Because he can't just transfer, can he? If I send him to orbit... Does he need to, he'll then need to board a ship to be taken to the mine, right? Okay, we could send him to orbit. We could put... Yeah, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to send him into orbit when we get our next ship. No, we're going to do it now. We're going to send him into orbit with Great Indonesia. Okay, we can research that. We'll do that. We're going to add Australia to the Pacific Defense League. I'm totally on board with that. So Clark Dad is going to Mount Olympus, and I've got the plan to do it. You executed all of their council. Let's do a surveil where I was going to do a surveil before. Let's get Quiet Raccoon to work on public opinion here.
I will try to sway
Let's get Paya to work on public opinion here as well.
I will tell
confirm.
our story.
So what's going to happen? I know what we're going to do.
Eyes up.
I think if you do that merge, you will end up in the war. Okay, alien fleet has arrived at Mars, which is unfortunately before our Mars defense fleet has arrived. So we're going to need to do some Mars defense. We're going to get... Where's Task Group Mars right now? Oh, you're just chilling in Mars orbit, are you? That's cool. I'm really happy for you with half your Delta V available. That's great. Good work there. We'll get after them. And then we'll get... no, Trojan Horse. To intercept them as well. Game's gonna get funny when I do the interceptions here. So they're never gonna get into a fight, but just in case, short wall, heavy, center, engage. Fight doesn't happen. Close. And then we want short wall, heavy, center, engage. And now we've got a fight. And again, we're just going to set them as primary target. We're going to unpause the game. We're going to turn off the missile launchers. Ah, oh, no worry, Andrew. Thanks for dropping by. Hopefully we could get you for a bit longer on the next stream. Good luck with the rest of your campaign as well. Because I fear for what happens to me if this campaign starts to fall apart after all the time I've invested into it. So I can only imagine if you're actually having a bit of a problem. So it goes well. It's good to see you. Okay, let's get these aliens dealt with. I'm actually going to try this again. The charge in with the destroyer worked really well last time. Oh no, he's coming for us. We don't need a charge. I actually want them to continue facing forward towards the incoming missiles. Not turn. They can turn after they've dealt with the PD. Oh, so it looks like the aliens, are still sending ships at us that have conventional weaponry. We thought they'd just moved on to plasma, but that isn't the case. Yeah, RAM costs what? 100 influence? That's not too bad. It's like a great order to just charge. I would hate for them to actually ram, though. That would be very sad. I don't actually want to order my people to ram. That's a very humanity first operation. Okay, that's done. No, I had to ram against one earlier night skies because it was running away. That was the only way I could catch up with it in time. Okay, let's make sure everybody gets ordered back to base. For some reason, their home base has now been set to inclined orbit, and I don't know why. It's not actually... See, they both... Even though I set earlier at the start of the stream, I set their home base to Here Be Dwarves, it only worked once. And now I think it wants to send them to where Here Be Dwarves was when I set it. That's why that fleet was sitting in the neater... Sitting in the middle of nowhere. Good, they're both resupplied. Ah, the Mars Release Force has arrived at Mars. Just slightly too late to take part in that combat. Okay, so we're gonna split this fleet. Oh, they need to resupply first. Okay, then we're gonna split this fleet. And then we're gonna add one ship to both fleets just so they both got one. So we're gonna merge and we're gonna grab... Oops, whoa, 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 whoa. We're going to merge, and we're going to grab Martian Relief Force. And then we're going to get Trojan Horse to merge, and it's going to grab Romeo 275. Okay, cool. Mars fleet has been augmented.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Training simulation implants. We got another Neo-class battleship just got launched. That's great. Let's get a name for it. It's going to be called... Oh, it finally happened. I knew this was in the naming list, and I've been surprised it hasn't popped up before now. But it just did. And I'm sure a lot of people are really happy to see a certain horse. Rocinante. Oh, the Rossi. Okay, Rossi has arrived. And guess what the Rossi's going to do? It's going to carry a certain Clark Dad Clark Dad Express. It's going to carry Clark Dad to Mars to oversee, where he's going to advise the mine there to try and increase our income of volatiles. It looks like we built some LDAs on Frontier Station and some power supplies on Frontier Station. It's taking a long time for our research universities to come online, but they are still under construction. Yeah, this is them here. Oh, maybe they're not. Maybe I need to check on that. The Alien Every is definitely a research station. Hurricane will send some resources to help.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Yeah. We're probably right, Neil. I'm going to finish the current production line because I've got some destroyers under construction as well. Once they're done, we'll do an upgrade. The destroyers won't take long to build.
Black sky.
I like the way they say black sky, like it's something very serious is happening. Okay, now how do I move Clark Dad to a ship? Is the next question. I want him to move. Oh, I can't do that right now because it's between turns. Yeah, he's thinking he's going to a managerial position, but we're just strapping him into a mining machine. It's okay. He'll just drive. Actually, TRM, he would love that. He would just drive around the mine screaming power, in a big rig, and he'd have the best time of his life. Okay, there's still alien life forms in Mekele.
Cleaning things up.
So we need to just keep an eye on this region. Yeah. Terraforming. Xenoforming showing there too. Bunch of guys arrived at Belial's Pit. But, oh, damn it. Belial's Pit hasn't got its defenses built yet. Oh, the aliens are assholes. So this site's still building its layer defense arrays. They're not going to finish until the 30th of April, so the place will be destroyed by then. I don't really know what I can do about that. It'll take 5 weeks to transfer somebody there. If I wanted to transfer the Clark Dad Express, for example, can it even make it there? Or 88 Carusa. It'll take 6 weeks for them to get there to save the base. So what we're going to have to do is next time the builder fleet moves out, we're going to have to leave a ship in orbit to act as a deterrent until the base defenses are built, is what we're going to have to do. I don't want to do this transfer.
Our associates are
Nice.
now in charge.
We purged the specific states? Yeah. They're going to destroy that base, so there's nothing we can do about it. We'll just have to rebuild it. When the builders come back, we'll send them out again. Okay. So Guy, so first things first, we're going to send Chuck
Where do you need me?
to deal with the aliens here in Mekele. Now, we're not finding any agents, which is really, really weird. We're going to get Distal
What's the op?
to defend our new asset, which is Pacific States.
Making things safe for
And there
others.
is only one option here, isn't there?
Ready
Okay.
for my
Now I
mission.
want you to transfer to a ship. You need to transfer. Oh wow, this is an this is an interface. I need you to transfer. Well, it's actually naming the individual ships. So I want you to go to the Rocinante.
Headed there now.
Okay, so that's him transferring to the Rossi.
Orders?
Now, ground-based assets. How are we looking? Okay, wow, the unrest in the Pacific States is something else. We also need to deal with unrest in Saudi Arabia. So let's get Guy onto Saudi Arabia.
We'll make things safe.
And we'll get the rest of the team onto
Where
the
do you
Pacific
need
States.
Restoring order.
Ready to go.
And I need to change the priorities here to Europe 6 to try and deal with how unhappy they are in this country. Okay, now we're coming up on April is when we can bring North Korea and the Philippines into our happy family. Let's just zoom out a little bit. Yeah, there's basically still nothing we can really do about that mine being destroyed, which is really sad. Let's not do that. Let's confirm assignments and on pause.
Securing our control.
How long is it going to take Clark Dad to transfer to the ship? Yeah, there goes the mining complex. There goes the core. That's it. Yeah. We've lost contact with the base. So they've all died, all the people that we sent to that asteroid belt, sadly. Medium UV phaser batteries are done. That's cool. There's some cool text we can replace that with. There's a few things that have popped up. Phaser. Let's get rid of this laser tech. Greater Unite North America, civil defense programs, a common concern. Elites demand less investment in the spoils category, reducing the chance of coups. That could actually be quite good right now. That could be a big part of our problem. Let's get a common concern done. Yeah, it's a pretty sad situation losing that base.
Order is returning.
Violence is abating.
Okay, the builders have arrived. So they're going to... We're going to try this again. So we're going to found a fusion outpost this time. Okay. So what we're going to do now is the first thing we're going to build before we build anything else is we're going to build an LDA. Where is it? Oh no, it's not an LDA, it's a point defense array. So it's going to have a point defense array. And I might as well get the mining complex building as well. Oh, we don't have enough power for that. So we're just going to let this build and we're going to upgrade. And we also need to give this place a name. So let's just check the old app. For base please mishaps. Oh, I might need to restart it. Just take it a second to restart. Come on. I might just refresh the page. There you go. Run. Is it gonna run? There you go. Base. Anderson Station. Not really a station. But it's a station. It's like a service station. Anderson Statpon. Anderson Station. Save name. And then now that they founded it, the builders have tons of DV left. They could actually move on. I don't think they've got enough. They'll need to head back to Mars. So let's send them back to Kirby Dwarves. Alright, and let's unpause.
In position.
Okay, Clark Dad's on the Rocinante. Operation Transfer Clark Dad to Mars is underway. Clark Dad is en route to Mars.
Target secured.
Still haven't dealt with the aliens in Meleke. You need to reload the stations on then. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, they need to go back to reload. I thought they carried 2, but they don't. Okay, we got some stuff we need to do this turn. It looks like the United States of North America needs to be refreshed. So let's get Distal on that. It's alright, Neil. They're on their way back to repair and reload.
Protecting our interests.
Okay, how's... Oof, whoa.
Where do you need me?
Oh, it's jumped to Jeremy. I was like, why are we flying across space? Well, that's why. Let's have a look at our unrest situation, because it is a bit fluctuating right now. 3.7 unrest in Pacific States, 1.7 in North Korea, 1.2 in Saudi Arabia. It's quite high. I'm hoping this tech really helps sort this out.
Reporting in.
Chuck, keep fighting the good fight. Everyone else is going to have to deal with the unrest. So North Korea is quite high.
We'll turn down the heat.
So North Korea, Saudi Arabia, North Korea, we don't really have enough people, unfortunately. We'll do Saudi Arabia. I just have to hope that nobody coups us out of... I mean, if they coup us out of the Pacific States, it's going to be really sad, but it's not the end of the world. Alright, confirm assignments. Oh, who hasn't got... But Jeremy can't do anything. Is it really complaining that Jeremy hasn't been given anything? Oh, he can surveil. Sure. You can surveil the Clark Dad Express. Just, you check to make sure there's no alien sympathizers on the ship.
Securing our interests.
Surveilling target.
I'm searching for enemies. Clarkdad Express. Yeah, I would normally do that as well, Gurgly, but I don't want to mess with the names people have suggested. Oh, we've got an alien fleet in Mars orbit. Time to try out the new ships. Let's get Trojan Horse to intercept first. What I should actually do is have a fleet that's just the new ships, so that we can check that they are fast enough to intercept. I should do that after this. So let's transfer, and then we'll get Task Group Mars to transfer as well. They must have sent these fleets when we didn't really have much in the way of defenses, and now they're paying the price for that, really. Alright, let's try and engage them. So we want to go in for tight, short wall, heavy, center, engage. We don't have enough KPS to pursue because the rest of the fleet is quite old. And then tight, short wall, heavy, center, engage. Start battle. And what you'll see is the coil gun that is on the back of the Shining Feathers has a much longer range than... Well, actually, we've only got 2 destroyers here. So let's set him as primary target. Let's set everyone to padlock. Actually, I don't think we need to padlock. Let's just bring them in. What I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to order you to come over here and then come down and then straighten back up again. And I'm going to order you to come in and then straighten back up again. There is a possibility of it, you're right, TRM. And knowing my luck, that's exactly what's happened. There's the cannon array. Let me just fix the... We've got a little bit of a... Hang on, let me just... It's because we're moving so fast. Just need to fix a little bit of a concerning situation with our spacing at the moment. I thought I'd ordered you to go up too high. Let's fix this. There you go, that's better. We should be getting into weapons range quite soon. In before Clarkdad tries to power slide the ship, I think. Okay, that's so that firing there is the battery, and now the coal guns are firing. So the battery has a slightly longer range. Let's just padlock these destroyers to make sure they're pointing in the right direction. That's the destroyer dead. Well, I thought it was dead. That's a dead. Okay, so we've got defenses now that don't need the missiles, which is good. We've got the firepower. And we're overwhelming the PD with the amount of fire we're firing, which is the main job of these ships. It's all about that overwhelming fire. Okay, that's 0.1 of exotic, so I'm really excited for that. Send them home. Now they want to... that's frustrating. Now they're saying, oh yeah, we do want to go to heavy dwarves. Yeah, now they're saying that they can transfer to heavy dwarves. I don't understand it. It's very inconsistent. Cool, they're back at heavy dwarves. Yeah, they're resupplying, ready for orders. Okay.
Things are cooling off.
Local economic boom. Investments in the economy have triggered an economic expansion in Taiwan. Directing additional funds to the nation can extend the boom. Let's keep the good times rolling. Page 600. Taiwan experiences a significant increase in GDP with increases in inequality and environmental damage. Now is the time to reap the fruits of our investments. Pay 3 influence against $750. Taiwan experienced increases in GDP with small increase in inequality and environmental damage. The resistance monthly income increases by 2. Taiwan will set aside part of its budget as discretionary funds, causes some public opinion in Taiwan to turn away from the resistance. Let's just do no reason to interfere.
With all due respect,
Ooh.
there are only 2 things that really matter here.
This is a big
Getting
tech.
wherever we need to be fast.
This is actually
and not
great
getting ourselves
because
killed in
we
the
can
process.
redesign our ships
Commander
using these
Fiona
drives.
Awade, technical briefing.
So this is proton-boron fusion. Successive generations of fusion technologies have lifted us far above the gravity well of our home planet and enabled us to reach and exploit neighboring worlds, thanks to DH3 fusion. The gulf between us and them has grown ever smaller. However, deuterium is ultimately too scarce a fuel source to indefinitely sustain our expansion to space. By building on our understanding of DH3, our researchers have made a significant breakthrough. Sustainable anaerotic fusion reaction with strikingly low fuel costs. Proton-boron fusion is the key. Even despite their higher ignition temperature, both protons and borons are far more abundant in the solar system than deuterium. Our latest solid energy collectors can in addition harness this reaction efficiently, so they lose no energy to neutron radiation. All energy is instead released as electromagnetic radiation. The new brand of fusion reactor will create more power at lower costs with less shielding required, thus paving the way for larger habitats and stations and sleeker ships with more powerful drives. Yet this is just the beginning of our quest to harness the power of the stars themselves. Increases global nuclear fusion level by 1, buffing the world against energy crisis, then we can average proton-proton fusion, and unlocks the zeta-boron fusion drive for research. Okay, next thing we want to look at here. There's not a lot, to be honest. White collar automation gets us a bunch of stuff. Admission of algorithms is all for it's not all for automated stuff, but it does have stuff. I'm quite curious to see what comes out of that. There's also network propaganda. I think I want to pick up administrative algorithms because there's some cool looking text in there. Okay, we can stop that from fast going as well. So that means we'll have better ships for the next stream, which is really, really good.
Things are stabilizing.
Violence is abating.
Saudi Arabia's looking a bit concerning.
Target destroyed.
Yay! Oh, thank you, TRM. Power! Yeah. I can just see him with those stupid goggles. I've actually been thinking about renaming him since, he's been cancelled. This fleet, this looks like it's coming to Earth, doesn't it? Whoops, Victor 40. Where were they? Victor 47. Yep. Transferred to Yangon. Wait, are they attacking... Hang on. I think there's an alien fleet attacking another faction's space station here. So thank you so much, TRM. I really appreciate that. Chiangong Station. Isn't that the old station that game started with? Pizza Station, Mandela Station, El Dorado Station, Chiangong Station. The aliens are attacking this station. That's hilarious. Alright, what is this fleet? Because this could be a really good test. Can you go away, Chuck? If we go and... His son's been cancelled. This is old man Jezza, Clark Dad. Yeah, that's right. Clark Dad. Where is this fleet? Victor 407 is one Stone Fortress class destroyer. So we're going to do an experiment. We're going to split the Dreadnought. Do we only have one tier 3? Even if we've only got one tier 3 ship, I still want to try this. And then we'll check the Earth Defense Fleet. Split. Yeah, they've got Longbow darkening the sky. Okay, cool. Then we're going to combine those two fleets. So merge. I'm going to merge you with Romeo 278. And then we're going to call this Speed Meta. This is Speed Meta Fleet. And we're going to transfer them to Chiangong Station, which they're not going to engage, they're just going to sit around it. And they're going to be there to see if they can catch those aliens when they come with an intercept. I'll be really interested to see if they can. Okay, we need to defend the EU. If you hear any gross noises, it's just a puppy. Please don't do that. So we'll get Distal to defend Europe. Just check nowhere else needs defended right now.
Your orders?
It's just the EU. So we'll do our usual checking of unrest. Unrest is just going nuts all of a sudden. This is a big problem. I can't really keep up with the amount of unrest that we're dealing with. It's really getting out of hand. It is building very, very quickly. the unrest. It's really coming at me quite fast. So we're going to send you to North Korea. I might need to invest a little bit more heavily in welfare.
We'll restore peace.
But I have 2 in welfare. So what's pushing the unrest? Cohesion is 0. Unrest will rise rapidly. Unrest score represents violent resistance to the political, economic, or cultural status quo in this nation. High unrest hampers economy and results in a coup or revolution. So they do have extreme inequality. And welfare helps with that inequality? Yeah. So I think we need to start pushing economy a little bit harder in some of these nations. Welfare, sorry. Welfare needs to be the priority. They're also about to finish all their mission control, I think. Yeah. Wait, where are you building your mission control? It says you have none. Oh, this will be your first mission control. Okay. Well, maybe just dump this for now, because you're going to be brought into Japan anyway before you can finish building it. Let's keep pushing that welfare. And then I don't think Saudi Arabia has any welfare right now either. No, it's all spoils and space defenses. I don't know why I've invested in space, but let's get some welfare going here then. And I should invest a little bit here. It's going to be a problem. And then Europe should have tons of welfare. Well, Europe actually has very little welfare, and the inequality is very high, which is still going down. I'm trying to get these navies finished for them. That's what the problem is. So unity helps with cohesion. Economy brings inequality up, and welfare brings it down. So what I'd really like to do is knock this up to 2. But I know I'm muddying the water by doing that, but we've just got so much coming for us. Anyway, what else needs to be hit? So I've done... So Pacific States, someone needs to hit the Pacific States.
Standing by.
Okay, let's get them calmed down. Okay,
Restoring
next on the
order.
list is Saudi Arabia, which is where
to?
you are.
At your service.
Next on the
Ready
list
for orders.
after Saudi Arabia is the Philippines. Okay, no, it's the European Union. European Union is a little bit more concerning about a coup, so I'm just going to make sure. Can you imagine if the
Will
EU got
restore
couped out from
peace
under
to
me?
This nation.
Ready for your orders.
That would be bad. Okay, we're good to go. Let's confirm assignments. Oh, Clark Dad needs a job. Keep looking for that trader, Clark Dad. Okay, let's unpause.
Securing our control. Setting a watch.
They set up the Pacific States? Oops. It'll be fine. Yeah, I did. I can see that. I also sent 2 of them to Europe. That was great working. Oh, cyborging is done. Boom. This is a big one. This is a really big one. I think I'm going to leave the cyborging for off stream, but I'll show what it does. What's what I wanted here? National investment points we directed knowledge increased by 5%. That's pretty good. That gets ferrocite emitters. Let's get ferrocite emitters researched. Hope you just got up. Hopefully she's not going to do anything.
Order is returning.
Order is returning. Things are cooling off.
Things are cooling off.
Okay, common concern. Elites demand less investment in the spoils priority. Fingers crossed, this will reduce some of our unrest problems that we're having. Yes, I have tons of new augments. Okay, Ferris Chaos has a new hab module. We're just going to instantly upgrade that. And the LDA has been built. Point Defense Array has been built. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to upgrade this. What I'm going to do instead is once this is upgraded, I'm going to build an LDA next to it so that there's always defenses available for this base. That's really important. Why can't I unpause the game? What have I done? Oh, tech. I need to research something. Marine coming back, PsyOps, freedom fighters, army dispersion tactics. No. We'll get the heavy UV phaser battery. No, we'll finish off super heavy UV phaser cannon. Just in case we want to use it down the road. Okay. Here comes the space. Oh, actually, we should have done this one. Well, no, we can still do this one. So, we have a fleet ready at space. No. They're attacking Space Weed Farm Alpha because I didn't have a fleet ready to defend it. Okay. Well, let's see how the battle stations on Space Weed Farm Alpha do. We've got 2 of them here. They're pretty beefy, but I don't know if they're going to be enough to deal with this entire fleet. Oh, they're already under attack. They're already quite badly damaged. That's good. They're probably just going to sit there and bombard, aren't they? No, they're moving forward. That is a lot of missiles coming in on Space Weed Farm Alpha. We might lose Space Weed Farm Alpha. Looks like we're probably going to. Oh, they're in range of the plasma cannon. And they're returning fire with their own lasers. Well, they've taken out a gunship almost. I mean, I would have picked a slightly better target than that, but do what you can do. Okay, now you need to deal with all of this that's coming in, though. Can they? No, they can't weather the storm. Oh, this is going to be really bad. Say your prayers. The one bonus is they've fired everything at one of the battle stations. Wow, it's... So the rest of the missiles are... Oh, they're going to hit the battle stations. Okay, that's all the battle stations gone. That's the end of the station. Ah, I missed that. That's really annoying. Too many things. So they've neutralized the station. So they might have to now seize or destroy the station. Okay. So what we want to do now is I want to get... Before I unpause the game, we need to get speed... Well, I don't know if speed meta fleet's enough to deal with this, actually. This is quite a big fleet. Let's... We kind of need a fleet like this to deal with it, but these fleets are too small. Our Defense Fleet 2 could potentially... We'll send both of them. That's a very big fleet that's just come in. I messed up. No, I can do that. I might have just broken the game. I merged a fleet that's already moving. Alright, that's our whole defense fleet on the way, because that other fleet's about to arrive at Chang'e Station, so I can't really do anything about that. Also, we could just, if they capture the station, we'll bring the Marines back. But yeah, that was unfortunate. Let's see what happens here. Okay, that's the fleet that was going to Chang'e Station. So now we should get Speed Meta Fleet to intercept them. Victor 407. The fleet has insufficient acceleration to reach the target. The trajectory requires at least 85. Okay, so they can't accelerate fast enough. We'll just send them over here then. Space Weed Farm L Alpha has been destroyed by the aliens. Damn. Where are my ships? Why are they not transferring over? They're still on their way. Seems to be taking them a very long time to transfer. Alright. Let's hope that this fleet can take on this other fleet. This is going to be a pretty big fight. I'm going to try and micro this so that people are facing the right way. It can't escape us. We can at least get revenge for Space Weed Farm Alpha. Alright, what's the biggest threat here? It's probably the Dreadnought Beaming Magnetar, which I'm sure we've killed about 8 times already. So let's open up on it. I actually would like to bring our destroyers in a little bit. Yeah, well, they will be next time, Mathwood, now that we've got the new drives, but they're definitely not fast enough for this engagement, sadly. Dear, I'm having some problems with... There we go. This is probably a mistake. I probably should have just left them in position, but I kind of want to set up a little bit of an intercept where the destroyers are getting out in front, where they can actually do their job. Did that do anything? No. I want you to come down, and then when you're here, come back up again. That just puts the destroyers a little bit ahead of the fleet. You're gonna be a little bit too far ahead, actually. Alright, let's see what happens. I'm going to try and split our missiles between the enemy fleet. This is all tier 2 tech, this fleet, so this is the type of fleet that got wrecked last time. Why are you doing a deceleration burn? That's not what I wanted you to do at all. Don't worry, the ships are way bigger than they actually are. There's no chance of collision. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, switch to Destroyer Cloud Serpent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, switch to Destroyer Roaring Void. 4. Okay, switch to Destroyer Blue Mountain. Okay, switch back to Baby Minotaur. That's missiles. Someone was saying, can we change the view to get rid of these? I don't think we can. But let me just check very quickly. Space combat. Toggle visible waypoints. V. Cool, I can turn that down. That's really good. So I can actually just go V and delete. And we can just cut the whole thing out if we want to. Oh, that looks so much better. I do actually want to see how people's healths are. I need to do some checking here. I actually need to do a little bit of micro. That's okay, nice guys. I appreciate you letting me know it's possible. I just assumed it wasn't. Okay, so this ship here... Oh, that's the binoculars. That ship is probably dead. We need to identify what ships the aliens are actually shooting at. One down. Two down. This guy here is a problem. Ah, that was probably stupid. Alright. Our new fleet target is the Destroyer Blue Mountain. Who's over here? That's the Turbulent Sea. Okay. Everyone is now turning to shoot at the Blue Mountain, which is here. What I actually need to do is give some movement orders. So I need everyone to decelerate and then accelerate again. So, unfortunately, it means I need to turn everyone... Let's go wait for them to turn. Okay, that's enough of that. So you need to burn back this way. You can't do anything. Let's start from the top. You need to unpadlock. You're this one here. Need all these ships to accelerate. Yeah, I love how this is still here. Oh, mostly I'm just trying to keep these ships alive. That's what I'm paying attention to more than anything else. Willing burden. Resolution. Where's the resolution? Here it is. Hard burn. Okay. Then the Captain Griff. I can't wait for formations. I'm so excited for formation flying. I just give the whole battle group a command. Who are you? Where are you? This guy here. I'm already giving you orders. That's the Captain Griff. Next up is this machine kills invaders. Okay, then we've got the Pike. And then we've got the Independence. The binoculars may be lost. Okay. So the fleet's just trying to slow down now and turn. Oops. Oh, that's good to know. This is the button I meant to click. I didn't realize I could have made the battles look good, you know? Oh, that's a hit on the destroyer. Cool. Let's get some... Let's set our new target for the fleet as the Corvette Resolute Justice. And I just want to have a quick look at how our... Nobody should be pointing backwards. I want full acceleration. If you can fly fast, you should be flying fast. Where's the Resolute Justice? It's all the way out here. Let's set the Swift Retribution as our primary then. The audacity of him firing back at the fleet. Ooh, they're getting close. That's a plasma cannon, I think. They're not hitting him, though. I'm actually gonna... now I'm going to padlock everybody again. Just so they track him. Because it looks like he's gonna pass, and I want them to turn to face if they can. That's a good point, Night Skies, but I want them to go really fast. That's it. He's dead. He's dead. Okay. So now this guy is our primary target if we can get to him. What is he doing? He's pretty far out from the battle. Plasmas were glowy? Okay. Oh, hey, Mishaps. How you doing? I didn't realize you're on the stream. Good to see you. I think this fight's over. I'd like to finish them, but... Well, it's pretty hard to fire from a moving object at another moving object with a really fast object in space, I'm pretty sure. Oh, did we just lose a ship? I think we lost a ship. No, I don't think we did. It was the gunship being killed. It was the enemy gunship being killed. Well, my ship should be painted red by default. Okay, mission complete. We managed to get revenge for that station. I need to remember what that station was actually doing. What was Space Weed Farm Alpha? I think Space Weed Farm Alpha was all of our public science research. Had all of our public science modules on it. if I remember correctly. If we check our research... Yeah, look, Life Sciences has taken a massive hit. It had most of our Life Science modules on it. That's not the end of the world losing that station, because I'm not that worried about Life Science research right now. It could have been much worse. Good work, Earth Defense Fleet. Let's get you back to... No, you're not going to Chang'an. You're going to... Scaffold Shipyard. Now the question is Speed Fleet meta able to intercept that other fleet? Or is that other fleet gone now? Oh, that other fleet was included in that. Okay. So Speed meta is not Speed meta, but we kind of knew that. I wanted to make sure of that. So we'll send them over to Scaffold Shipyard as well. Oh, was it Social Science? No, I think it was Life Sciences. I'm pretty sure it was Life Sciences, because that was the joke. But again, Social Science would also be the joke. Yeah, that little speech in Mass Effect 2 is one of my favorite parts of the game. I don't know why he's giving them that speech on a public station, but it's still a great speech. Fleet's being repairs. Yeah, where's our spice drugs? Exactly. We've got full genetic modification now. I'm sure we can come up with a better drug. All right. That is us hit the 2-hour mark, and I know that if I play this game for more than 2 hours at a go, I start making huge mistakes. The good news is I'm not as tired as I was last time, so I can keep doing this. We're going to have another stream on Thursday. I'm really excited for it. Thank you all for coming on board and joining us and seeing us fight some aliens. We are going to steamroll into this endgame as fast as I can get us there. I want to complete this campaign because it's been a long one, and I want to achieve it. But for now, I'm going to be ending the stream here. Thank you all for tuning in. I was intending to get another Xenonauts video out today, but unfortunately they updated the game, and I'm having to start again. Not quite, but I'll get another video out as soon as I can. Yeah, that's all I can say about that. High Fleet's getting really close. Thank you again, TRM, for the power. I really appreciate that. I hope you are all doing really, really well. Thanks all for hanging out. It's been really fun, and I will catch you in the next stream/video. I'm hoping to try and get Ixion done this weekend as well. I want to get that finished too. But for now, catch you later. See ya. Bye. Or as I usually sign off with, ciao. See ya.